What's good, y'all, and welcome to another vid. It's time we discuss the upcoming patch on the 4th of June, or better said, it's going to be for most of us the 5th of June, because this patch ends at 1 hour and 45 before reset to June the 5th. Importantly enough, and weirdly enough, for the first time ever, we're getting 500 gems just for this patch arriving, which is kind of weird, and it makes you a bit scared because why do we need so many gems from this? But yeah, we're getting a full 5 pulls and a bit extra just for going for downloading the patch. And then also, if you need some extra gems still haven't used the code Soulstone Pity still active until May 31st at 23:59 UTC -8. So if you see this, you can use it to get yourself some extra gems too. But enough of that, let's continue on with what this is all about. So the first point is going to be the Demi Rework. Demi Rework, let's quickly explain it. Overall, the first change is going to be to your Lord bonuses, and that is Demi's Lord bonus now increases faction team members' damage by 5% for each enemy in range, rather than 10% per enemy killed, where there would be droughts where nobody dies and then all of a sudden you don't get the damage bonus. Now, as long as there are 7 enemies, you get a 35% damage bonus. If there's 6, you get a 30%, and you get the whole gist of it. And outside of that, if you compare it to Morrigan obviously caps out at 25%, while Demi now with 7 enemies has a 35%. So overall, when it comes to having a lot with you that you don't place down specifically, and especially for Gear Raid 1, Demi is now the superior option. Next up, we have a passive called Walls of Doom, where during her ultimate, if she hits at least 3 enemy targets with her basic attack, which is obviously her then also shooting out these sound waves, she increases her own penetration by 5% up to 25% upon doing this whole thing 5 times. And then also here, Twilight Covenant when invisible, so whenever she's normally on the field, she reduces her own damage taken by 30%, which works quite well in keeping her alive, because she reduces her max HP by 35% when invisible. And then also you now restore 5% HP for the hero during the Elegy of Runes, so you are visible, but you are restoring 5% HP every time you attack. And because of the specialized attack speed, she's going to be attacking quite a lot, and the whole shenanigan there is that she's going to be able to pretty much solo stay alive, because she'll get enough healing as long as you manage to just hit people. Next up, you then also have the Elegy of Ruin, where they upped the damage increase. Now it's 280% AoE damage to at most 10 targets in range, while still inflicting the slow and the anti-healing. So with the slow, you're also proccing her own Lord bonus from the Cultist faction, which is the 30% damage against slowed, free, stunned CC effect units. You also use the anti-heal so that they obviously don't recover. And then you also reduce the rage cost, so all of a sudden you now have a lower rage cost of only 900. Another point of contention would have to be the ultimate, and that is, or not the ultimate, that's the Awakenings, and that is the fact that if during the ultimate you reach full stacks of the Elegy of Runes, so if you hit 3 targets 5 times, you go into this enhanced state where you increase your attack speed by 150 and you increase your attack range from a Dolores to the equivalent of a, where is she? Of a Diao. So you go from, no, that's not good to see. I mean, I guess let's go with Aelin, right? Let's go with Aelin. So yeah, in comparison, you're going from a Dolores, so from this range to an Aelin range. This is what you're going to get. So interestingly enough, a enhanced Demi is still not able to hit all 3 lanes in Gear Raid 1, but that might just be fully intended. Who knows? Then here during the Elegy of Ruin deals 50% extra damage to targets with 50% or below health, meaning overall you have like a 25% damage increase, none for the first 50 and then an extra 50 for the last 50%. And then on the A5, if Walls of Doom reaches full stacks, when the Elegy of Ruin ends, you deal 1 instance of 560% AoE damage, which really isn't all that great. So at most A1, A3, if any interest, but preferably I guess A1 and A2 are the best, and then A3, A4 and A5 are still way too far away anyway, considering they are A3s, A4s and A5s. So then next up, we do have the change from her gone. Outside of that, yep, that's pretty much it. Faelin, now for Faelin, obviously there's a issue where her basic attacks couldn't hit airborne enemies. So now Faelin might find some use in GVG, but I do highly doubt it. It just makes her, I guess, a bit better. Overall, we still haven't quite found a place for Faelin to do anything at all. She kind of just chills in our rosters when we're kind of unsure what to do with her. I mean, she does have the ability to apply poison stacks, but she also has that inbuilt like AoE variety. Like, why would you even want that at the moment? But maybe there is a place in the future where this makes sense. Now, interestingly enough, look at this. Cassiel optimized the skill icon of Divine Retribution after upgrading the ultimate during battle. So what this means is they are now giving you an indicator to tell you if the ultimate of Cassiel is either the base version or the enhanced version if there's 3 allies next to him, meaning that you now know that you did properly place your units down. Overall, yeah, Cassiel isn't even here, but hey. And also, you can now properly cast the ultimate anywhere on the field. So Beatrix before this patch wasn't able or isn't able to auto-ult when you have the auto ultimates on, so she can hit others on the field. Now, even during a auto ultimate fight, she's going to activate hers and attack everyone on the battlefield. Then a bug fix where fix an issue where immunity to specific debuffs wouldn't prevent stack accumulation, which is kind of stupid, but it's good that they fixed it. So we aren't even all done with the updates, and that is because there's still an in-game update where we are getting announced a brand new piece of content, and that is the, I guess to an extent, long-awaited co-op mode, and also the introduction of the Guild Wars season. So, the all-new feature United Front. In the all-new United Front, you can team up with friends, guild members or other commanders to resist waves of enemies. The way this works is you can recruit a team and recruit a member through recruitment posts or invites, or you can join others by accepting their posts or invites. During specific times each day, you can select a difficulty level, and you'll be matched with the other player of similar strength, or you'll also just go together, which is fine enough. And in this game mode, each side's players needs to select 6 heroes to form a team. Each side controls their own heroes in real-time combat. The first United Front event features 5 stages. From stage 3 onward, daily challenge tags will be activated, affecting monster attributes in different ways. So overall, this is pretty much just you and a buddy. You just collect a buddy and you're going to be able to fight against difficult stages where you both have to do your part to successfully do the stage, with then, as you've seen it, 5 difficulty stages. So I guess the goal would be to beat stage 5, because you can see there is a avatar, there's a border, and there's also ancient summoning crystals. Next up, we have the GVG part of things, where season 9 starts. The Central Keep and Tower defenses have new maps, there's a new season theme, new avatar border, new emote rewards, new season exclusive Demon Soldier, the Batwing, Banshee, which seems to be the unit that you're facing in Gear Dungeon 2 at the bottom. So you're gonna send her in, and then when she dies, she creates this field of like AoE damage. And the Chaos Shaman will move through gear raids. Demon, yeah, an air unit with team support capabilities that can reduce enemy heroes' damage output. Guess not. Season 8, Gladiators Gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, if you're participating, good for you. Added Guild Wars Sandbox feature. So the Sandbox feature is finally what you really need, and that is you have the ability to challenge your own GVG defenses, but also let others challenge your Sandbox defenses. Overall, it just makes playing GVG or testing and trying out for GVG easier. There is also the optimized team setup interface. You have now added gear detail, preview pop-up for deployed heroes, a quick view button for the minimap, and when setting up your team, the BP calculation changed from real time to update only when gear changes. Guild Wall tech codes, they've changed the way they aren't able to record the fight if it swaps from auto to not auto. So overall it's now easier than ever to use them. Added a quick view button for the garrison, and overall just a couple things. And then now for stages, Immortal Codex, Guild Boss 1, Gear Rate 1, Gear Rate 2, Gear Rate 3 and AMR now save the gear and artifacts info of the current lineup when saving auto fight records. Though I believe you can see Drake's Chasm also as Abyss 1, so this should be all Immortal Codexes. The whole Guild Boss 1, Gear Rate 1, Gear Rate 2, Gear Rate 3 and AMR are now saving gear and artifacts, so once you clear it, your auto will always work unless you intentionally brick it yourself. You can now save auto fights after the takeover of auto fight. So what that means is if you go into a fight, so you play a fight without Power of Dominance, and Power of Dominance all of a sudden makes your rotations wacky because your units deal too much damage, which can happen specifically in Gear Dungeon 2. You can now jump in and take over from the auto fight, play the fight to the end, and then save this taken over fight to just properly save it. There you go. Then the boost to Abyss 1 loot, where they reduced the drop rate of mythic gear chests, which is quite nice because that random mythic gear was mostly trash. You now can get variant gear right there, which could be quite important. The Titan and Wisdom Meteorite drops in there is more of a filling up the hole of taking out the trash drops, because you also see there that they removed certain low value rewards. So overall it should be an increase in the overall loot while still not being super significant, so don't expect your next chest to be a soulstone, but hey, maybe you'll get one within, I don't know, due time. Updated the new takes for the first 5 hidden chambers and boss stages in the Tower of Deception, that's whatever. New campaign stages, we now have hard difficulty, chapter 9 part 1, chapter 9 part 2, so going from 9.1 to 9.27. And then the same thing is there for expert, going from chapter 1.9.1 to 9.27. Hard difficulty should be beating the stages without losing anyone, and expert difficulty should be beating the stage with only 6 units in your team. Overall, this is again enough to earn us either ancients or divines. It depends. I would say it's probably gonna be let's say 2 ancients and 2 divines as like the end fight rewards, and then maybe some summons and gems along the way. Now for the controversial arena fix, and that is the Platinum 3 weekly rewards have been adjusted to 600, so they've been tripled for Platinum 3, they've been doubled for Overlord, and they've been increased by 50% for Apex Overlord, with then now being at 600, 800 and 2250. The Apex con rewards for arena battle victories, there are now 5 you gain for Platinum 3 for every victory, 12 instead of 10 for every Overlord victory, and 40 instead of 30 for every Apex Overlord victory. So overall, if you want to make your way towards a Lady Alex, it is now easier than ever, but still by no means anything super approachable. But if you are in Overlord, for example, then you should still try to do your daily fights, just get them out. You'll be able to do around 10 daily fights. If you manage to win all of them in Overlord, that's an extra 120 coins per day. And that stuff just accumulates. And then also you get an extra reward based on your highest placement. So 1,000 coins if your highest was Platinum 3, 1,500 if your highest was Overlord, and 3,000 if your highest was Apex Overlord. So technically you could now try this week to make it into Apex Overlord, just so you can get some extra coins when the update hits. Let's see, yeah, between now and between the start of the year and the update. Also, commanders who rank in the server's top 600 and obtain Lady Alexandra will receive the Lady Alexandra skin voucher. Interesting. This voucher can be redeemed for the specific skin in the shop at the end of October. Meanwhile, commanders can purchase the skin from the Apex shop using Apex coins. So overall, if you have a Lady Alexandra, you get a extra skin voucher, so you can get her skin for free rather than having to pay Apex coins for it. Also, this whole server's top 600 might make me hope that Apex Overlord is now top 600 instead of top 300. I don't think so, but that would actually be a good change. And then now, I guess also important, in Arena AoE DPS, now waves 1, 2, 3, and 4 have reduced HP. So this might just mean that the Curse team is actually back, finally. Because if you remembered, or if you don't remember, I did release a updated Cursed meta team for AoE Arena, and then I had to take that down because apparently there was a disconnect between the HP values in AoE and AoE Arena on global and AoE Arena on test server. 5 others. When selling gear and artifacts, now shows how many pieces of ancient gear and artifacts are included. When selling exclusive artifacts, you will receive extra materials sold. This is actually quite nice. Let me show you that one again in person for those of you that haven't seen it. This is actually something you should be decently hyped about, and that is if we go to if we go to gear, and then if we go to sell, no, not sell, we go to artifacts, artifacts, sell, let's just get this out of the way, and then we just pick some random exclusives. So let's say we pick 10, right? We pick 10 exclusives, you have 10 lying around that you're never gonna use anyway, and then you sell them and boom, 240 gleaming meteorites, which is enough for around 6 summons, and then also 4 mythic essences, which is almost a sixth of a full artifact essence. So pretty much this is almost a 1-to-1. If you sell one, you get 1 pull. If you sell one, it's most likely always 1 pull, but if you sell 2, then it's going to be a pull and 1 shard, right? So if you want to sell those, always make sure you sell them in 2s, or if you're really just looking for pulls, then don't. There can be some slight variances, like for example here we sold them and we got 2 mythic essences, but overall if you sell them single, it seems to be that you always get the gleaming meteorites, or I guess there's some weighted values there. It is what it is. It is overall still a nice fix, nice update, because now you're finally getting more value for unused and never going to be used exclusive artifacts. For those who sold exclusive artifacts before the update, compensation artifact materials will be sent via mail. So if you sold a lot of exclusive artifacts in the past for whatever reason, you're now getting a whole batch of rewards back as a recompense. And yeah, in addition to pre-registration rewards, login rewards have been added after pre-registering. You can... Okay, so overall you all know how in the calendar there's this event of, oh, in XYZ there's going to be this event, pre-register now. There also seems to be, after you pre-register, some extra login rewards. So I guess that's supposed to build a bit more hype, which overall is actually pretty nice. So this has been the whole patch awaiting us in the beginning of June. I do hope we see a bit more. And something else we need to talk about. So this is pretty much all. These would just be the rewards from the GVG season we already talked about. So yeah, brand new co-op mode, and then all the other things in the update. Still, at the end of the day, I am really hoping we also get something like an end of June, maybe mid-June patch with a bit more stuff in there. I mean, even if not, I guess everything else seems to be building up towards the anniversary. And with this one, we see each other in the next one. Peace!